Good afternoon. So for our finals, lahat ng topics natin will be recorded lecture to answer din yung sa anticipation about masyado maraming holidays and possible na mga suspensions. Kasama na din yung um, yung mga bagyo, ganyan. So i-record na natin to then for your mga deliverables, yung mga activities, pakigawa, paki-comply, paki-check sa Google Classroom kung ano yung mga kailangan for finals and na-announce na yan since midterms pa lang and what to expect sa inyong mga assessments. So for our finals topic one, which is the two-dimensional characteristics. So what is this one? So for two-dimensional, what do we mean by that? Na-encounter na natin yun dun sa ating oblique shockwave. So, in reality, di ba, three-dimensional flow, but for simplicity, we use the such theories. So, first is yung exact theory where expressions for the change in pressure through an oblique shock wave in 2D supersonic flow is generally considered to be exact. Pero meron tayong mga assumptions tulad nung dapat siya ay adiabatic, mga ganong mga ganong expressions. But for approximation formulas, dito na papasok yung mga formulas natin for the tangential velocities and Mach and other tangential components. Whereas yung simplifications is mahahanapan natin ng sum approximations. Hindi pa rin natin siya makukuha ng the irony is exact theory pero hindi mo makukuha yung exact value. So ngayon, for the exact theory, it focuses on the thermodynamic and aerodynamic concept, including the shock waves, Mach number, and designing for supersonic airfoils or wings. Such assumptions include the viscosity is neglected, the flow over the surface is not affected by frictional force, and the separation and wake effects are neglected. Yan sa exact theory assumptions. Now, assume din siya to be irrotational, hindi umiikot, walang vortices, when the air is deflected along the surface. So, it follows the surface lang. Now, whenever the surface has curvature, the initial wave will be curved and follow, the flow will have vorticity. And the initial slope is given in the present method, yung ginagawa natin sa midterms. And the curvature of the wave is small if the curvature of small. Alam na natin to. Uh, Intuitively, if nakikinig nung midterms, yung mga concepts na to, same lang rin naman. Now, the flow is adiabatic. Paulit-ulit tayo doon. No heat conduction exists, pero anong meron sa isotropic na wala sa adiabatic? There's a possibility of the chemical reaction. That's why adiabatic lang siya. Now, hindi siya irreversible. So, the shock wave must be attached to the corner or leading edge para sa computations ng exact theory. Ito yung sa midterms pa din. And to solve for supersonic airfoils, concepts, formulas, and equation, ay nagamit na natin dun sa oblique shockwave and expansion fan. So, ano yung mga sample problems? Ito yung ina-explain ko sa inyo nun na related yung or not pagsasamahin natin yung oblique shockwave and expansion fan. So, from here, ito yung una mo, oblique shockwave. Then mag-expansion fan ka pagdating dito sa ating diamond airfoil dito sa point na to. So, sundan na lang tong solving process na to where ito din naman yung ginagawa ninyo na. So, syempre, alamin na muna natin. Kunin muna natin si M2 if is the wave angle given. If no, kunin mo si wave angle. If yes, diretso ka na sa formula na to to get the M2. Now, kukunin natin si for region A and C. Ito yun. Taas and baba. Although, since equal to, parehas lang naman yung magiging value niyan. Kaya nga for A and C na. Kukunin mo muna si angle. Then makukuha mo si Mach number, si normal, papunta sa pressure. Since pressure lang naman yung hinahanap. Then, not only pressure, itong MA, ito lahat na nakabox. Then after nun, ito na yung magiging ambient mo. ito na yung magiging start na solve mo, which is yung M na mako-compute mo for sa naunang sa oblique shockwave. Then dito mo na siya ipapasok yung values papunta sa Prandtl-Meyer expansion fan. So, ang kailangan ko sa inyo dito is automatic solver for calculator. Ay, for Excel. So, gawan nyo ng paraan. Nagawa na namin to before. Kaya nyo yan. So, ngayon, doon na tayo sa approximate theory. Where hindi na, tatansyahin na natin kung ano yung possible na values na pwede makuha kapag kasama yung ah, mga mga forces na nineneglect natin. Now, for it is possible to derive an approximate relation through the means of adding the accuracy of the i-add natin yung ma-approximate natin na value for that tangential component. So, magbibigay lang siya ng simple relation, which is the simplified linear relation. Kailangan na ng higher order terms, which is a very close approximation to the true relation between the pressure before and after the oblique shock wave. So hindi na tayo sa normal forces lang niya. I-add na natin yung tangential. But for this approximate theory, approximations pa lang siya. Siyempre, meron pa din tayong mga certain basic assumptions. No detachment of the shock waves, either from the leading edge or the corner. So, the term detachment refers to the condition of the shockwave detachment because of Mach number being too low rather than because of boundary layer. So, bakit natin ina-assume na ganon? Bakit ang ideal sa atin is dapat tulad nitong isang to na nakadikit? Well, pagdating kasi sa nature, ano ba ang mas prominent or mas evident? Mas evident ang bow shock. So ano to? Kahit sobrang bilis na to, ito yung Earth or kahit na anong planet siguro na nag-orbit, then yung movement na yan is nagki-create ng adverse pressure dito sa harap. Where in turn, nagde-deflect siya ng mga particles sa atmosphere. So, mga gases, hindi pa kasama dito yung mga magnetic field nung mismong atmosphere natin. So, ayun lang, additional information para lang maintindihan na mas prominent sa nature ang, syempre, yung mga hindi natin ina-assume. Kasi yung mga assumed values tulad nitong no detachment is para may simplification tayo ng solving. So, the presence of the boundary layer will alter the shape, generally thicker depending on the rate of thickness of the boundary layer and its interaction to the shock wave. Now, it is necessary for the flow to be perfectly two-dimensional, meaning it is assumed. So, this method provides simple means of determining the change in flow conditions, particularly pressure distribution, to obtain the airfoil section characteristic, which is eto yon. Using the pressure coefficient to approximate the pressure ratio. So, nakukuha. Now, pressure coefficient determination is the first order approximation, well known to be the Ackeret or the first order theory. So, named after Jacob Ackeret siya, a Swiss aeronautical engineer. Tandaan nyo to. Napakalaki ng contributions niya sa supersonic aerodynamics. So, for the first order approximation, determining the pressure distribution of airfoils at low angles of attack, walang third-dimensional effects. So, ma-define natin ng mas accurately yung mga airfoil sections which are two-dimensional in nature. So, it's derived from the compression of leak shock wave, pero applicable pa rin siya in expansive case. So, na-experience nyo na to before, pag negative yung values or opposite yung nagiging behavior, it is just the opposite of nang hinahanap natin, be it oblique or expansion. So, ngayon, we use to determine the expansive pressure change and, ayan, ano nakasulat? Has a negative sign. Kaya nga, di ba, pinapaulit-ulit ko sa inyo, yung technical report ninyo, sanay kayo na dinedefine nyo lang. Pero hindi nyo iniintindi anong ibig sabihin nun. Yung iba, naintindihan. Napansin nila na, ay, but di lahat ng flow properties nababaliktad. Tapos nagne-negative yung angle. Ayan, nakasulat na sa first order approximation. When used to determine the expansive pressure change, the value of theta employed in the expression has a negative sign. Galing, di ba? So, intindihin mabuti ang technical report. Hindi lang siya technical report like parang, ay, dagdag activity lang ba to? No. In most cases, yun yung application. Dun ka pinag-iisip. It's not only a means of compliance but a way to determine if may natututunan ka ba and nag-observe ka ba. So, ulitin ko, first order approximation, when used to determine the expansive pressure change, the value of theta employed has a negative sign. Na-encounter nyo na to paulit-ulit. So, the pressure coefficient determination is given, ito, ilagay na lang ulit sa not Calcu, sa Excel. Aralin nyo na kung paano gumawa ng function dahil gamit na gamit ang Excel not only for dito sa subject natin, sa ibang subject din, and sa work din. So, ito lang yung sample. Given na din naman na yung solution, kayang-kaya nyo na yan. So, last is yung practice problems na lang. Once na nagawa nyo to, yung calculator, madali na to. I-input nyo na lang. Tapos, again, basahin nyo tong material na to. And prerequisite knowledge din. For aircraft design 2, dito, reads chapter 10 to 16. Also useful for aircraft structures 1 and 2. Yun yung mga chapters, binigay ko na. Sa isang book lang yan, marami kayong mapapakinabangan dyan. So, okay na tayo dito for the lecture, first lecture, lecture 7. So, record na natin yung kasunod. Thank you.